welcome to this class. I am Damilola Emmanuel Oyewole, a tutor of mathematics. My intention for this class is to solve several past questions on Jamb, and I have a question on longitude and latitude. I have questions on binary operation. I have questions on matrix, determinant of matrix, and I think that's all for now. So in this class I will be solving about 4 past questions on Jamb. So the first one is what we have before us. This question that has been on the screen. The question is on longitude and latitude. The question says 2 towns X and Y are both on latitude 60 degrees south. They have longitude 27 degrees east and 33 degrees west. Longitudes 27 degrees east and 33 degrees west. And that's respectively. That means the X is on 27 degrees east and then the Y on the 33 degrees west. So we asked to find the distance between the point X and Y measured along the parallels of latitude to the nearest kilometers. Then we have the options. Option A, 2885, that's 28,850 kilometers. And option B, 16,667 kilometers. Option C, 8,333 kilometers. Option D, 6,667 kilometers. Option E, 3,333 kilometers. So basically, in order to solve this question, we need our recent idea of longitude and latitude concept. So the point X and Y are sharing the same latitude, which is 60 degrees south. So there is need to draw a diagram. Let me get something circular, spherical, that I can use to make a perfect diagram. Okay, so I have the diagram. So I'm going to complete the diagram. So since the 2 towns X and Y are both on the same latitude and the latitude is on 60 degrees south, that 60 degrees south should be somewhere, since this is the south region, the north, the east, and the west. So our 60 degrees south should be somewhere here. Somewhere here. Sorry, don't mind my diagram. It is not drawn to scale, it's a curve. Then the internal part of it. So this is 60 degrees south. 60 degrees south. You may need to view the question like maybe boldly so you get what it's all about. So if you need to write it, this is what the question is. This is what the question is. You can pause it and write the question. All right. Thank you. Now, the diagram, I located this place as the 60 degree south, the latitude, because it's the parallel of latitude. Like you remember, the only the only great circle on latitude is the equator. So every other latitudes are small circles. So that's why we have this. So 60 degrees south is located here. Now we have the point X. The point X, since the statement was given respectively, X is the 27 degree and Y is the 60 degree south. So 27 degree east would be, because from the center here towards here is 180, and from here towards here is 180. So 27 degree east should be somewhere around here. It's not so far. Sorry, don't mind my diagram, please. This is a curve. So this is representing the 27 degree east. Now let's say the 33 degree west, that will be towards here. The zero starts from this line, but the 33 degree west will be somewhere here. So I'll tag this as 33 degree west. Now this point was for X and this point was for Y. So you label this point where the longitude and the latitude meet is the point X. Where the longitude and the latitude meet is the point Y. Now the question is, we are asked to calculate the distance between X and Y. So the distance between this X and Y is what we are asked to calculate. Now we have the center of this particular latitude. So we join this center to this place and this to this place. Then we have, I told you the other time that the center here is 0. And then we measure for X, it was 27 here. It was 27 degree. And for Y, it was 33 degree. So whenever you have longitudes of different direction, that is opposite direction, they are not east, they are not east, and they are not west. What you do is you add if they are not so. But if they are the same, if they are on the same direction, both east, you would have subtracted. So because we have 27 degrees east and 33 degree west, that is why I'll be adding 33 plus 27. So the angle here will be 60 degree. So the angle here at this center is 60 degree because we sum them up. So that's the angle. That's, let me call it theta is, or let me call it alpha, sorry. Alpha. Alpha is 27 plus 33. 27 plus 33, that gives us 60 degree. All right, so now we want to calculate the distance between these two. So you realize that this is actually length of arc. It's actually length of arc. So we already have the formula. The formula to use, especially when it is, now that the distance we are calculating is on a small circle, we have to use the formula xy. I'm tagging it xy because the distance, the letters we have in the questions is xy, is theta over 360 times 2 pi r cos Okay, I used alpha, sorry. So that means this should be alpha times 2 pi r cos theta. So the angle to be used for this theta is the latitude, the angle that you have on the latitude, that's the 60 degree. While the angle that will be used here, alpha, is the sum of these two that we had. So we can now input this into the formula, and that's how we get the value of xy. So this is the formula you use for small circles. If it were to be great circles, cos theta will not be involved. Cos theta wouldn't have been involved. So let's see what the answer is. So the distance xy will be, our alpha is 60 degree over 360 degree times, I'm very sorry, I omitted something. We were told in the question that 2 pi r is equal to 40,000 kilometer. I'm very sorry. So this part is missing in the question. So we're told that 2 pi r is 40,000 kilometers. So this entire 2 pi r will be replaced with 40,000 cos, our theta is the angle of the latitude, I said the other time, 60 degree. So xy will be equal to 1 over 6, because 60 in 60 is 1, 60 in 360 is 6, times 40,000 cos 60 is 0.5. 0.5. So we'd have that. Let's calculate everything. 40 times 0.5 times, divided by 6. Divided by 6. Sorry, I'm coming. So the answer is, from the calculator value, the answer is 3,333 kilometer approximately. So for this question, the answer is option E. Option E. Thank you very much. The next question is on determinant of matrix. Question is on the determinant of matrix. So if you have something like this, this is a matrix. And if you're asked to find the determinant of this matrix, it will be done by saying A times D minus B times C. So A times D minus B times C. That is how to find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. This is called 2 by 2 matrix because it has 2 elements on the row and 2 elements on the column. So it is a 2 by 2 matrix. But if it is a 3 by 3 matrix that you are asked to find the determinant, something like this, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So to find the matrix of something like this, it will be, you cover the row of A, you cover the row of A, you cover the column of A. When you cover the row of A and the column of A, you will have, you write the head that you are dealing with, because it's the row of A and the column of A that you covered. So you write the A, then those things you have left are E, F, H, I. The next thing is, the first thing is to put plus, minus, plus. I'm very sorry. So this is a positive A. Then the B will be a negative B. Now you cover the row of B. This is the row of B. You cover it. You cover the column of B. When you cover the row of B and the column of B, what you will be having is E, F, G, I. E, F, G, I. So E, F, G, I. Then the last part is the plus C part. Plus C. So you cover the row and the column of C. You will be left with D, E, G, H. D, E, G, H. So from here, you now do what you did in the 2 by 2 matrix. So here you have your plus A is the same thing as A. Then you know, this means EI from what we did before. E times I. This means E times I minus F times H, isn't it? Then this means minus B, open bracket, E there is a mistake here. This is D. This is the D here, sorry. So it will be D times I minus F times G. Then you have your plus C. Then this will be D times H minus E times G. So you do the, by the time you solve this, the answer you get is the determinant of the matrix. So let us deal with the, let us see Jamb past questions on this topic. Now, this is the matrix cited. So if you need to write it, you can write carefully. Now, let's go to the solution. We were given a matrix, and the name of the matrix is P. So if P is equal to x plus 3, x plus 2, x plus 1, and x minus 1, those are the elements of the matrix P. So they said we should find, that is, evaluate the value of x if the determinant of P is 10. So these two lines beside P simply means the determinant of P. It means that they've solved for the determinant of P, and they said that the determinant of P was minus 10. Determinant of P was minus 10. So in order to approach this question, we take it like this. So let's pretend like we don't know they told us the determinant already. Let's leave this and solve this the usual way I explained to you. Now, it will look like this. To find the determinant of this matrix, we have x plus 3 times x minus 1. That will be x plus 3, x minus 1. They will now say we subtract minus x plus 2 times x plus 1. X plus 2 times x plus 1. I hope you understand that by placing two brackets beside each other, I already mean multiplication. So it was after they have done this, you know, this is how to approach determinant. After they have solved this determinant, they said their answer was minus 10. So you set equal to minus 10. They said they've done the determinant of the matrix P. They've done the determinant of the matrix P already, and they said it was minus 10. Now we are testing whether it is so. But by the course of testing whether it is so, we'll find out what the value of x is. Now, let us multiply this, because we have to multiply this. We have x times x will give us x squared. X times minus 1 will give a negative x. Then 3 times x will give a positive 3x. Then plus 3 times minus 1 will give a negative 3. That's for that. Now we have minus. We open the bracket. X times x will give x squared. X times, this is 1. I'm very sorry. This is a plus 1, not y. X2 times x plus 1. Yes, so this is a plus 1. Now, x times x has given us x squared. X times 1 will give us a plus x. Now, 2 times x will give us a plus 2x. And 2 times 1 will give us a plus 2. So it is equal to minus 10. Now, x squared minus x plus 3x, that should have given us 4x already. These two would have given us 4x. Oh, sorry. It will give us 2x, a positive 2x. It will give us a positive 2x, because this is a negative x plus 3x. So it will give us a plus 2x. Then we have minus 3. Now minus, we open this bracket with this minus. There is a minus 1 here. So minus 1 times this will give us a negative x squared. There's another minus. There's still the minus 1 here. Minus 1 times this will give us a minus x. Minus 1 times 2x will give us a negative 2x. Minus 1 times this will give us a negative 2. And then it is equal to minus 10. Now, we can collect like terms here. We have x squared. We have x squared. So we can bring the x squared minus x squared together. Now, terms with just x without power. We have plus 2x. This plus 2x. We have minus 1x. We have minus 2x. So plus 2x, I've written it, minus 1x minus 2x minus 2. Okay, the other number, we have ordinary number here, minus 3 was ordinary number, then the last ordinary number, minus 2, equals to minus 10. I just hope we are understanding what I am doing. Alright, so x squared minus x squared is out of it. X squared minus x squared is out. So we have plus 2x minus 2x is also out. We have just negative x. Minus 3 minus 2 give us a negative 5 equals to negative 10. So that we have a negative x equal to, by the time we collect like term, we have minus 10 plus 5, because this negative 5 is turning positive 5. And then we have a negative x. Minus 10 plus 5 is minus 5. So dividing through by minus 1, dividing through by minus 1, which is the coefficient of x, we will have x equal to 5. So the value of x in this matrix is 5. You can test that. You find out that that is what the solution is. So for number 3, this is a 3 by 3 matrix, and we're asked to find the determinant of this 3 by 3 matrix. So this will be done like this. Like I said the other time, you cover the row of 2 and the column of 2. Firstly, this is positive, this is negative, this is positive. So you cover the row of 2 and the column, the row of 2 and the column. So when you cover the row of 2, you must have written that plus 2. When you cover the row of 2 and the column, you realize that you have 6, 3, 9, 1. Now, this is Jamb question that we are practicing. So there is no point wasting time. You know that after this, the next thing you do is to find the determinant of this 2 by 2 matrix that you are seeing after covering the row and columns of 2. So just find the determinant directly. So you have that 6 times 1 is 6, and 9 times 3 is, what's it called? minus 20 is 27. So that will mean that this will be 6 minus 27. So just to save our time, then we have a negative 0. Then we cover the row of 0 and the column of 0. We have 4. The 2 by 2 matrix we have is 4, 3, 8, 1. So 4 times 1, we are trying to get the determinant. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 minus 8 times 3, which is 24. So that's minus 24. Minus 24. Then we come to plus 5. So when you cover the row and column of 5, you realize that you have a 2 by 2 matrix, which is 4, 6, 8, 9. So we find the determinant there also. We have 4 times 9, 36, and 8 times 6, 48. So that is 36 minus 48. So we have plus 2 is same as 2. When you open bracket, this will be minus 21. Sorry, minus 21. 0 will negate the whole of this. So we have just minus 0 here, because whatever this answer is, 0 times this, we turn it 0. So plus 5, open bracket. 36 minus 48 is minus 12. So that we have a negative 22. A negative 22 minus 0 minus plus times minus gives us minus 60. So that would be minus 88. The determinant of this will be minus 88. Although this is plus 0, yeah, because the answer here will be negative, and then so it should be plus 0 here eventually. So in fact, the 0 is of no use. It's of no use. So what it illustrates is that whenever you have 0 on that particular row, there may not be need for you to even make use of it. You can actually skip the 0 part of that. In this kind of question, if the 0 is on the row, so please don't make mistake. The next question is on binary. That's number base. It's a number base, and it's a number base. Because it's on number base, and the question says that from the equation 11 over x, 1 over x is equal to 1 0 0 0 over x plus 1 0 1. It says solve for x if all the numbers are in base 2. So that means all these numbers 1 1 are in base 2, 1 0 0 0 is in base 2, 1 0 1 is in base 2. So we have to also find the values of x. The value of x there also should be a base 2 number. So how do we go about this question? We just take our normal procedure, our normal approach, normal way of approaching equations. Only that here we'll be dealing with base 2 numbers, binary numbers, not base 10 numbers. So the way we handle the calculation aspect of it will be with respect to number-based system. Alright, so firstly, what I see us doing here is cross multiplying. So in order to cross multiply, we have that 1 1 over x is equal to 1 0 0 0 over x plus 1 0 1, and then we cross multiply. By cross multiplication, we have 1 1 open bracket x plus 1 0 1. That's for the left hand side. Then we have equal to 1 0 0 times x. That would be 1 0 0 0 x. Don't forget we are dealing with base 2 numbers, and so we have, by the time we open this bracket, we have 1 1 x. 1 1 x plus, to multiply 1 1 times 1 0 1, we use base 2 system. 1 1 times 1 0 1, that's 1 0 1 times 1 1. That would be 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1, 1 times 0 0. 1 times 1 1. We use the 1 again. 1 times 1 1. 1 times 0 0. 1 times 1 1. Base 2 numbers. We have 1. We have 1. When we sum them up, 1 1. So when you multiply this 1 1 times 1 0 1, the answer was 1 1 1 in base 2. 1 1 1 1. you can decide to start putting the base so that you'll be careful and be safe in the way you solve your question. So we then have 100x. Now the next thing is to collect like term. To collect like term. So by collecting like term, we have, I'll leave this 1 base 2 here, and then I'll move this 1 base 2 to this side. So because they both have x, they are like terms. So 1000x minus 11 base 2x. You can put your base 2 for 100 base 2 base 2. So now we have 1111 base 2 is equal to, what's this minus this in base 2? Let's carry it out. So we have 1000 minus 11 base 2 base 2. Our answer should be in base 2. So 0 minus 1 won't be possible in base 2. We'll have to take 1 from here, and this will be left to 0 here. This will first become 10, which means 2, which will be like 2 here, but we also take 1 from it, it remains 1 here. It gets here, it will look like 2 here. We take 1 again, it remains 1 here. It gets here, it becomes 2. So 2 minus 1, 10 means 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. We have 1 minus 1, that's 0. Then 1 minus 1, 1 minus 0, that's 1. So when you subtract this from this, your answer will be 101 base 2. So we have 101 base 2, and there is still x, which is their common. Now, the next thing is to divide through by the coefficient of x. So we are dividing both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 101 base 2. So by doing that, we have 101 base 2x all over 101 base 2 is equal to 1111 base 2 all over 101 base 2. So this will cancel this out. You'll be left with x equals to this. Now to carry out this, when you solve, you can, to make it easy, you can quickly convert this to base 10. So when you convert it to base 10, you convert the other one to base 10 also. Convert it to base 10 also. And converting 101 to base 10, your answer should be 5. And converting 111 base 10, base 2 to base 10, let's see. That's 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2. Here will be 0, here will be 1, here will be 2, here will be 3. So we have 2 raised to power 0 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1, 2 raised to power 1 is 2, 2 raised to power 1 is 2, 2 raised to power 1 is 2, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 raised to power 2 is 4, 4 times 1 is 4, 2 raised to power 3 is 8, 8 times 1 is 8, so 8 plus 4, 12 plus this, that's 15. So converting 111 base 2 to 10 is 15. Now that means x is in base 10, 15 divided by 5 is 3 in base 10. Meanwhile, in base 2, 3 from base 10 in base 2 will be 1 base 2. So the answer is 1 base 2. And if you want to check that, this is what you do. What I did to get 1 I just bring 3 here, and I will be using 2 to divide because I'm converting 3 to base 2 from base 10. So 2 in 3 is 1, remainder 1. 2 in 1 is 0, remainder 1. So the 1 and 1 is the answer, 1 base 2. So that will be the answer to the question. It's a very simple question. Now we are at a binary operation. So this is the question we have before us. Which of the following binary operation is commutative on the set of integers? Commutative. Which of the binary operation is commutative? So a binary operation is said to be commutative if the elements are such in a way that A asterisk B is equal to B asterisk A. That is, if the arrangement of the elements is not discriminant. That is, if where a letter or an element is positioned does not have effect on what the result will look like. Okay, for example, let me make this as example. If I are talking about 2 times 3 and 3 times 2, you realize that they have the same answer. They will give the same answer. But if it were to be 2 minus 3 and 3 minus 2, it won't be the same answer. It will be a negative 1 here, and here will be 1. So they are never the same. So that means under subtraction, integers, operation on integers will not be commutative, but under multiplication, under operation multiplication, it will be commutative. So which of these options given actually satisfy this commutative condition on the set of integrals? So when you look at this, looking at A, if for example you take A to be 1 and B to be 2, and you test, so you have to take A asterisk B. A asterisk B must be equal to B asterisk A, like I said the other time. So now if you take, and remember A asterisk B here is A plus 2B. So what you'll be doing is, here where you have A asterisk B, you will say, because A is 1, 1 plus 2, open bracket, 2, this is it, open bracket. I'm supposed to write B next, but what did I say B is? I'm assuming B is 2. So I put 2 here. It must be the same thing as B asterisk A. B asterisk A means now, instead of B being the first thing here, this one will be, what's it called now? Because this is B now, this will be, I need to do for better understanding. When it was A asterisk B from the question, from the option, it was A plus 2B. So if it is B asterisk A, it will be B plus 2A. So that's the scope behind it. So now what is our B? So for B asterisk A, because I'm dealing with B asterisk A now, the B is 2. So I'll have 2 plus 2, because I'm dealing with B asterisk A, and B asterisk A is supposed to look like this. 2 open brackets. What is A? A is 1 from here. So let's see. 1 plus 4 is equal to 2 plus 2 times 1 is 2. So you realize that it's not the same thing. 5 and 4, they are not commutative. So that means this option is not correct. This is wrong. So this isn't correct. When you carry out the same thing, you realize that this isn't correct. So the only correct option is option B here. Let's see. For A asterisk B, if A asterisk B is A plus B minus AB, then it means that B asterisk A will be, when A was the first thing, A is here, but now it's B first, so we have B plus, now it will be A minus AB is still the same thing as BA, because you will just interchange it. Now let us put in the values. Now A is 1 plus B is 2 minus AB means 1 times 2. Let's see what the answer will be. We'll check. Let's put the other one. B is 2 plus 1 minus BA is 2 times 1. So let's see if the answer will be the same or not. So when we do this, that will be 3 minus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. So 3 minus 2, that's 1. Now 2 plus 1 is 3. Minus 2 times 1 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So you would have seen now that A asterisk B is equal to B asterisk A for only this operation B, where A asterisk B was given as A plus B minus AB. So the option B is the correct answer. This is the correct one. So every other one is wrong, because when you solve them the way I explained here, none of it will give you the same answer except for B. So option B is correct. Okay, so this is the last question for this section. It said if x asterisk y is equal to x plus y, minus xy. Find x when x has 32 plus x has 33 is equal to 68. It's a very easy question. This is what we'll do. Remember that when it was x asterisk y, the formula given was x plus y minus xy. Now we need to solve for x asterisk 2. For x asterisk 2, it will be x plus 2 minus 2x. Because what is happening is that the y, all the y's will be replaced with 2. That's what is happening here. So that's for that one. Now for the x asterisk 3, all the y will be replaced with 3. So that's x plus 3 minus 3x. So that is that. Now when they solved x asterisk 2 plus x asterisk 3, according to them, they said the answer is 68. Now we have found out what x asterisk 2 is. X asterisk 2 is this one. X asterisk 3 is this one. So let's replace them. This will be replaced with this. So that is, instead of x asterisk 2, I'll write x plus 2 minus 2x. Sorry, x plus 2 minus 2x. Then this plus. Now x asterisk 3. X asterisk 3 gave us x plus 3. So I'll write x plus 3 minus 3x. It is then equal to 68. I don't know if you get what I'm doing. So it's a very simple question. So now we can bring like terms together. We have x, we have minus 2x, we have plus x, we have minus 3x. Those are the x terms. So ordinary numbers are plus 2 and minus 3, and it is equal to 68. Now x minus 2x is minus x. Or let's even say x plus x first. X plus x is 2x. So 2x minus 2x is gone. All this is out. So we have just minus 3x. This plus this will give you plus 2 minus 3 is a negative 1 minus 1 equals to 68. So when you collect like terms totally, you have negative 3x equals to 68. This negative 1 will turn plus 1 when it comes to this side. So we have negative 3x equal to 69. So we divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is negative 3. So negative 3 is equal to 69 over negative 3. So that would be x equal to a negative 23. That is the value of x. So it's a very simple and straightforward question. Thank you for watching. My name is Damilola Emmanuel Oyewole. I teach mathematics. For consultancy or support in your mathematics knowledge, you can contact me on this number, either for private lesson or online classes. 08180322574, and the second number 0903526458. Any of these two numbers, you can contact me on them. They are both WhatsApp numbers, so you can chat me up if you need my service for anything. Thank you.